What's going on, YouTube? Coming at you with my 2010 Volkswagen GTI. We're going to do a little routine maintenance today. We're going to do a little oil change. It's been about 5,000 miles-ish. And I know that you can go 10,000 miles on an oil change, but guess what? I think 5 is my cap. I'd rather do it at 3, but this shit's expensive these days. Boys and girls, here's a location rundown of everything going on this 2-liter turbo. You got your oil fill cap, you got your oil filter, you got your oil dipstick. That's how we're doing this. You got a check valve in here, so there's nothing to worry about. I like to take this off right after I drain the oil out of the pan, just to make sure that everything from the engine gets out of there. Especially the way that catch can looked. I'm anxious to see how this looks. We're going to take the cap off first and foremost. Make sure that there is no pressure in that crankcase, and we're going to get every drop of oil. The engine's already been running for a little bit, so it's warmed up. You want to be careful with that. You go too warm, you can burn the piss out of yourself. So, next step, what we're going to do, after you take off that oil fill cap, you're going to jack the car up. I like to support it on jack stands because I'm fat and this car is low. I don't feel like dying today. When you jack these up, I look on the pinch weld. You're going to have a double or a triple wide on the pinch weld. So I just line up my jack pad right there, and that's where I lift it. Well, half the car's floating. Alright, boys and girls, so with the jack stand on these, I just put them on the lower control arm mount. That seems to be the easiest place. And as you can tell, we need to go a little higher. Probably really ought to set that e-brake. Just like that. And right up in there, we've got the curvature of that lower control arm mount inside of the jack stand. That's going to keep it from trying to walk around on you. Then we're just going to lower the jack nice and slow. Put the weight on the jack stand. Booyah. We are on one jack stand. We're going to repeat this process on the other side, and then you'll be back with us and we'll drain the oil. All right, guys, now we're up in the air and we're supported on jack stands. Before you get to this point, make sure that you yank that e-brake. This is a front wheel drive car, so if you have the front wheels off the ground, there's going to be nothing in the way to stop this car from rolling. Alright guys, so as you can see here, I went to ECS and got my drain plug because initially when I did this, I did not know that they had a crush washer that you had to replace, and I created a nasty oil leak. Scared the shit out of myself. So for those of you watching this, this is your first time doing this, make sure you get a crush washer for your drain plug. I went with ECS because this one actually has a magnet on it, and I'd much rather have this magnet pick things up, little particles or anything like that, rather than get it circulated through the system, especially in a turbocharged vehicle. So we're just going to take our 14, we're going to get it loosened up. A lot of people online talk shit about this. They say that they strip out the threads and stuff. I think those people are over tightening. These things are only supposed to be 22 foot-pounds of torque. Not very much at all. So that magnet works pretty damn good. It's definitely time for an oil change. This shit's black. You see this? That's yummy. Y'all hungry? It's like batter. Like watery batter. Frustrated. No metal shavings.
Good, good.
Just what I like to see. I don't see this yet. Now it's going to be better. Alright guys, I'm going to use this 3-jaw puller. The only reason I'm using this is because I'm lazy and I have it. I'm going to pop this fuel line out of the way. You're going to get a puller, or your hand, you know, whatever you're using. Just get it loose. And you get the puller out of the way. Take the rest of it off by hand. Because this has a check valve in it, you don't have anything to worry about. They are a little long-winded. Just like that. There's our old filter. Wix part number 57561. I prefer Wix. There's where she screws in. You get a microfiber towel and wipe that up. Alright guys, down there we got a clean mating surface now. We're going to take our brand new oil. We're going to open it up. We're going to dab our finger in there, get some new fresh oil on our finger. We're going to put it around on this O-ring right here. What that's going to do is it's going to make it to where it doesn't stick. Because if you have an O-ring stick and you double O-ring, bad things do happen. You'll spill out all your oil and you'll be saying a couple cuss words that people don't even know yet. Be inventing cuss words. It'd be the time to actually record yourself, put yourself on YouTube. I want to know them. Because this has a check valve, there's no way that I've figured out that you can actually fill it up to prevent a dry start. So, we're just going to put back on. For the oil filter, you don't have to get crazy ridiculous with it. I think there's a legitimate torque spec, but I usually just go hand tight plus a little. I got man hands though, so you know, you little puny man hand guys might want to give it a little more shit in your shorts. Just like that. Put our fuel line back in place. There's a brand new filter. We're going to go back on the bottom side. We're going to put the new crush washer into place. Get the torque wrench ready. Put the drain plug back in. Then we'll come back up here, fill it up. Alright guys, so here is the crush washer I was talking about. Here's my magnificent ECS drain plug. Literally, all you have to do is get your new one out of the package, place it on the drain plug, and you're good to go. Always want to start this by hand. When they're magnetic, they give you a little bit more of a challenge. I find it fun. Before I get it totally cinched down, I like to wipe around it, because then if you got any leaks or anything like that, you know that when you did it, it was nice and clean. So I like to wipe around the whole edge of the pan, get everything clean, just in case you got a leak. Gonna grab our 14. I've noticed it gets like tight and then loose and then tight and loose until you get bottomed out. Pretty sure it did that before this plug, so I'm not blaming ECS. I like to get it nice and snug, and then I'm going to go up, I'm going to get my torque wrench. The drain plug back here is 22. I'm only getting one throw because you guys are actually sitting on my drain pan.
which is right in my way. But it's okay. You know, you're not in my way at all, guys. Don't worry about it. There it is. 22. That's it for the underside. I'm going to stick around under here and clean things up a little bit after that nasty ass leak that we had going on. Clean this up a little bit and then we'll meet you back up on the top side.
Alright guys, so we're back up top. Got our new oil filter on. Got the drain plug back on with the crush washer. Very important. Gonna go ahead and take our fill cap completely out. Because I'm anal, I'm gonna wipe it down. The oil capacity on these cars, I believe, is like 4.9 quarts. She's just gonna get a full 5. Using Castrol Edge, because as far as I'm concerned, that's what it was called for from the factory. I don't want to use this. I'm a pretty steady pour. I'm a steady kind of pour. Drive the Volkswagen, I'm always poor. Just being meticulous now. This thing's got some nasty shit on it, so I'm just wiping it down real quick. Castrol Edge 540, 5 quarts. You can use a funnel or you can freehand it. Doesn't necessarily matter. This is a pretty big hole. That's what she said. I know. Great success. There we go, boys and girls. Complete oil change on your MK6 GTI. Probably works on a Golf, probably works on a GLI. Can't tell you for sure, but it definitely works on a GTI. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up down at the bottom. If you found it helpful, definitely subscribe because this car is about to get a lot of shit and you guys are going to like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.